Oh man, what's happening, family? Definitely got to talk to y'all today. It's wild out here in these streets. Wild out here in these streets. Talking about don't do it. Don't do what? Don't do what? So listen, man, your man's Charlie Kirk got popped today. Oh, hold on. Let me set something up real quick before we get into this. Listen, it's a lot going on in these streets. You understand me? It's a lot going on in these streets. Peace to the gods. Peace to the family. This is why I say save yourself, man. I'm trying to give y'all some game, but you can't help people who don't like to listen. You can't help people who don't like to listen. So you know what I mean by a white man. This white man popped Charlie Kirk, I guess because they had political differences. You understand me? And this is what I would consider a psyop, regardless if it was intentionally planned, accidentally, purposefully. Why? Because everything that happens in this environment now is a psyop. Everything. Right? And you have to understand that he had just been tweeting that he was saying that the situation that happened with the Ukrainian girl needs to be 100% politicized so it don't happen again. In the middle of his speech, I imagine talking about violent crime because he said something about gang violence. He was shot by a white man. White man shot him from 200 yards away. Boom. You understand me? Hit him somewhere around here. Blood gushing out. Now I'm seeing a lot of the black pundits already saying, have compassion, have love for thy neighbor, be a good Christian man or woman, man. And to me, I say, fuck all that. You understand me? Because I don't think they see you as like nothing. Especially like all of these titles. I'm not with all these titles. The liberals, the conservatives, the nigga, man, you either black or you're not. You understand me? You're a god or you're not. You're a man or you're not. Ain't nobody got time for none of all that extra political identity bullshit that y'all be throwing on. You understand me? With this. So at the end of the day, the way I see it, man, the way Peter Thiel, you feel me? The way Adrisha Horowitz and the Curtis Yarvins of the world, you feel me? The way that they lining up things on the back end so that they can have a fully techno elitist white supremacist future. They was literally just putting up $1 million to put that Ukrainian girl face all around America. You understand me? And putting millions towards that to evangelize this blonde-haired white woman because they wanted to politicize the fact that this mentally ill black man who said that people were putting voices in his head that making him do things. All of a sudden, the conspiracy theories on the right disappear. You understand me? And now they turn it into a black and white issue. Is because they need to make sure that the racist, low-level, dumb motherfuckers is all fighting each other while the techno-elitists is destroying your job, raising the rates. You have no future. You understand me? They're changing the whole economic situation. The Trumps is getting as rich as possible as they can. You know what I mean? Israel dropped a bomb on Qatar yesterday. You know what I'm talking about? And then Qatar was like, man, we need to go to war with these suckers. You feel me? And then Trump was like, I ain't do that. Benjamin did that. Next thing you know, Charlie getting shot in the neck. hey, y'all want to talk about street violence when it's actually been decreasing year over year in America. We don't even talk about that. We don't talk about, okay, how do we continue to push these things decrease? No, they need to be able to utilize these narratives while they can because it's all about narrative warfare. So all of you niggas is talking about some compassion and shit, man. Ain't nobody want to hear all of that. You feel me? Listen, if you go on X is like a playground for white supremacists, right? This is where they can talk their most shit. They can deploy their bots. They can talk about any political thing that they want to talk about whenever they want to talk about. They can get negative as black people if they want to. They can monetize white supremacy at the highest levels of the world, right? And it's making it dangerous for you. You understand me? And all of us, because they're trying to create an environment that creates a race war. The problem is that historically, all of the terrorists in America have been white. I mean, the man that tried to kill Donald Trump was a white man. He disappeared. Nothing about his background. Don't know where that little skinny kid went. Now you got an old white man. You got young white man trying to kill him. Old white man trying to kill him. You understand me? JFK, shot by a white man. Abraham Lincoln, shot by a white man. All I'm saying is all the political violence from the white on white is always happening from other white men. Now, you 100% supposed to politicize this and run narrative campaigns on this all day long. You supposed to rub it in their face all day long. You don't get on this, I want to be compassionate shit, because everything that they can use against you to agendicize or to politicize and point towards their agenda, they will do. There is no slowing down. There is no kumbaya, we all come together in the brotherhood moment. That's not happening. That's done for. You know what I'm saying? That's done for. You see what happened in New Paul. They told them kids that they couldn't be on social media because there was so much corruption happening within the government. And of course, they don't have a diverse situation like us where they can pit black and white against each other. So them goddamn kids took to the streets and they went in and took over the government. It actually should be the biggest story in the goddamn world. Now, if he dies, he gets evangelized. My brother Rice say, listen, I'm not here to explain what the man Charlie said was right or wrong. Because if you believe the things that he is saying are right, you understand me, then we are not all right. You understand me? It's just like that. It ain't no point of explaining to people no more. It's like, at this point, you either find the people who's with you and you find the people who's against you. There's going to be people who not like me. They don't fuck with Keys. That's fine with that, like 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm fine with that. Like, I know that some of you all don't have the intelligence to even be able to comprehend whether somebody is saying something negative against you or not. The literacy rates are very low inside the schools. Your ability to focus, comprehend, do research, interpret information that is misinformation or not, or even know when you've been insulted on a soul level, you understand me, is very low. And then some people are so goddamn fearful that they want to go with the crowd. Nah. If I got to explain to you at this point in time, big 2025, at the big ages that everybody is at, then we ain't on the same team in the first place. So it ain't got nothing to do with that. This is what I always looked at. The one thing I can respect about white people, the rights, is that Turning Point USA put money behind Charlie Kirk, their thought leader, to go all across the campuses of the U.S. so that they can recruit the young minds, because they know that this is where you get the most political fever, you understand me, to push agendas out. Now tell me, what black organization on the planet Earth has ever done that? None. We're the most laziest people when it comes to any revolution, renaissance, or any type of control of the future whatsoever. Niggas just want to make casinos, have fun, gamble, smoke weed, fuck bitches, and not care about nothing. So it's like, at the end of the day, a lot of stuff that he be saying, a lot of they be saying be true, because niggas is lazy. And then anybody that tries to help black people, y'all start hating on them. So it's like, sometimes I listen to them and be like, damn, I wish what they were saying wasn't true. But niggas can't find unity button for nothing. There ain't no intentionality behind it. They really would get behind their philosophers. They gave money to Curtis Yarvin, a philosopher. People be like, they don't have leaders. Man, you goddamn lie, they don't have leaders. They got leaders and saviors and everything. They just use different language. But the difference is, you say disliking a person and their opinions does not equate to killing a man. If you need to kill a dislike, listen, man, a white man killed that man. That ain't got nothing to do with me. What, I'm supposed to come over here and say pray for him? That ain't my religion. I'm not the pray for your enemy type of person. That's not my religion. If that's your religion, then go ahead and go kiss the feet of the Pope. Them ashy ass toes you want to go kiss. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't believe in all of this, have compassion for your enemy and all of that. Niggas ain't got nothing. Ain't built nothing. Ain't got no power. What you having compassion for? That's out of fear. And it ain't just words. It's violence with the words. Because those words is behind systems and structures of power. And it's for the elimination of you. You know what I'm talking about? So I'm not with all of that. Let's have compassion. No. Man, you got to live for something. You got to die for something. But here's the thing. Black people ain't the ones doing the political violence in the first place. So we ain't got nothing to be bad about. We not the ones doing the political violence. There's not been a single attributed political violent event for the Nation of Islam in the history of the 90 years that has been around. Not one. Not one. So we some civilized young men. We know how to handle ourselves. We know what to do and what not to do. And that goes for on the white side nor towards black people. So you need to go preach that to the white brothers. They're the ones getting mad because they should be getting mad. Because your rights are being snatched away. You live in a surveillance state. You understand me? No jobs are coming away. There are trillionaires bragging about having trillions of dollars trying to create a multi-planetary species of people. Why? All while the same, robbing the world of good air quality, building out AI distribution centers in the heart of black communities. You understand me? Polluting us. But I should be compassionate. You think those same things happen in our community? Absolutely not. It is called war for a reason. That's war. And narrative warfare. You understand me? They're going to utilize every single thing that occurs in this country to push their agenda moving forward. Moving forward. Y'all still talking about who killed Malcolm. That was 50 years ago. You know how much violence occurred since then? Y'all still stuck on the past while they're utilizing present violence to gain more and more power. And I think the people who are asking that question respectfully are just retarded because y'all don't have the ability to comprehend what's happening in the present. It's the greatest psyop ever played on the slowest foundation of people because they can't comprehend nothing that's happened in the last 50 years. And although you don't follow a single tenet, principle, practice of Malcolm X, you have more concern from it, as if you can evangelize him. And by you liking him, sometimes it's attributed to your values and your practices. Meanwhile, you were just eating pork and fornicating with a white woman the other day. I'm just saying. Correct me when I'm wrong, my brothers. Correct me when I'm wrong. See, people be saying a lot of stuff about Keith. They don't ever call me a liar, though. I never hear that. They don't ever call Big Keys a liar because I don't be lying. See, the problem is it's not the facts that people use. It's how they use them and why they use them and for what reason that they're using them. There's one single entity and one single thing that I see that the right have in common that they want. And that's white power. I mean, some of them just outrightly say it. Because they don't care about violence that happens in America. They don't care about a crime issue in America. They don't care about mentally ill or challenged people. Otherwise, if they did, then those same capitalists that are backing their agendas would be the same people that are building out tools to help society become a better one. But you don't spend billions of dollars to create sovereign wealth funds in this country that is based on aggressive capitalism, yet not caring whether it actually helps or impact lives, decreases crime. Instead, let's just bring in the military to police them, get the numbers down, politicize that for a minute, so we can justify using them whenever we want to in the over-surveillance military state. And I know, these things are hard to think about, so you don't want to. It ain't about whether I'm against it. Malcolm X was against it. So anytime you want to bring up Malcolm X, I'm going to bring up his principles and see if you align with that. Otherwise, y'all can shut the hell up about him. Now listen, I'm not a person that's for political violence. But again, it don't matter if I'm for or against it, because individuals like me are not the ones that's doing it in the first place. So it doesn't matter if Keys is for political violence. There are young white men and old white men every single goddamn year are the ones committing the political violent attacks in this country. So if y'all want to go goddamn preach at to somebody, go preach to them. There's no point in preaching to black people about political violence. We was not we ain't go to the Capitol steps because we already know you walk up to the Capitol, you getting popped. Niggas ain't trying to take out no presidents and things of that nature. They ain't doing none of that. You gotta go talk to white people when you want to talk about this. I'm just saying. When you want to talk about political violence, you gotta go to. When you talk about terrorism in this country, you gotta talk to them about that. Not a black person in America was gonna ever assassinate Charlie Kirk. I'm gonna be honest with you. Ain't even thinking about it. Not one black person. Yeah, just last week. Or just yesterday, rather. They were saying that black men are the most violent, vicious, savage criminals in the country. And y'all fall for the same shit every time. But if we just love them, oh, maybe they'll see our capacity. Maybe they'll see us as human beings. If we just love them, let's love them through this event. Let's love them through that event. Y'all don't even do that to each other. As soon as a black man do something wrong, y'all ain't got no compassion. Y'all don't even have compassion for black people. So again, man, this event will be politicized. His words will be evangelized. They will be immortalized. There is a narrative that will fall upon this. They will utilize his. Did he die or not? I'm seeing people say he died. I haven't gotten any real news sources that have said it yet. I'm looking at the news in real time. All I know is Israel attacked Qatar yesterday. And that should have been big news. Nepal being overran by Gen Z should have been big news. You understand me? Now Charlie Kirk is dead. This is the big news. You will not have time to stabilize thoughts, feelings, you know what I mean, or actions. Because there's always going to be something happening all the time. You know, I just want you to save your compassion for your brother and your sister. Save your passion for your brother and your sister. There's a whole country over there in Palestine that's being bombed every single day. Y'all want compassion, there go some people over there. Their brothers and sisters dying in Philly, in Chicago, in Atlanta, in LA. You want compassion? Point it over there. You understand me? You want compassion? Go look at some of the videos of what's happening in Congo and to some of those different places. Because I don't see them having compassion for you. But let me give y'all a more political, astute answer. I can't believe this aborted violence that happens in America every single day. Even though that this is something that we don't see eye to eye on, we should all have compassion for our fellow Americans anytime something like this happens in the country. And we should all come together and we should join hands and we should pray. And we should go into the old Negro spiritual of Kumbaya. That's what y'all want me to get on here and say. That's what y'all want me to say. That's what y'all... Yo, is that what y'all want me to say? Is that what y'all want me to say? I'm not happy the brother is gone. Because at the end of the day, they're going to replace him and it's only going to get worse. And so... I seen people saying that they want Donald Trump gone. I think you're stupid for wanting that. Because whoever's going to replace him is going to be worse. You have to understand it only gets worse. So I wouldn't want an event like this to happen because it's not going to make anything better. It's actually going to make it worse. You never want a prominent voice to be assassinated Because you don't then want all his words to be evangelized for him to turn into a martyr. It's not a smart thing to happen. So no, I wouldn't want this to happen. Because I already see how things would be played out. If they say, well, this was the nice version of what we tried to get across, then now they can justify a much harsher tone and voice. This is going to radicalize millions of young men, you understand me, and women for that movement, and get sympathizers for the movement as well. So, let's see. I still don't see anybody saying no sources confirming that he has been eliminated. No sources confirming this. So I'll wait to see that. I'll be talking about this later on my YouTube. Stuff like this has to be talked about so you can understand. You know what I'm saying? It has to be talked about because y'all got to understand. But I just white on white violence just got to stop in America, man. Just got to stop. It's got to stop. Can't believe it. Anyway, I'm going to Houston this weekend. I got to come up with some new formulas for a new tea. But today we go. I had a good workout yesterday. Did some red light therapy. Just telling y'all stuff that's happening in my life. And it's funny because I was just looking at this headline. White man shoots Charlie Kirk during a live event today. And he was just talking about gang violence. I don't know what gang the white man was a part of that shot him. I'm sure they will come up with some great stories about it. Am I getting a new iPhone? The question is, am I getting Apple stock? I think Apple is probably going to be one of those companies that figure out health data in a way that people don't realize. You should be concerned about some of these things. But yeah, I don't see he ain't been confirmed dead yet, so I think y'all just making up stuff. But where he was shot does not look good. I will say that. But that's my take on it, man. Y'all give me yours. I would love to hear. Yeah, I need to come to Memphis. It's just places like Memphis and St. Louis is very hard to do a lot because, you know, again, one-time speech ain't enough, but also you don't get events like that come there, but then also people in those environments are not typically even prepared to go to those kind of events. I want to pull up to St. Louis and Memphis, but we can only do so places like that if the people and the will of the people says so, which means that they have to get tickets early. We have to arrange things with the venues. We have to, you know, be able to pay for marketing, to be able to pay for all of the people that's going to be there helping with the venue, the security, et cetera, et cetera. You know, and there are currently no black organizations that I know that care about, you know, being able to fund these type of things. And I said that I know about. I'm sure there are some out there that's doing it. So until I connect with them, you know, it's going to be hard for me to reach certain places because I basically put up my own money when I go to places and speak. But y'all have fun today with y'all compassion, man, and y'all be blessed. Peace to the guys, peace to the family.